Okay, here's going to be a quick video on the coin box hack. Now, as you can see, these keys are what they call half moon or abloy keys. They're not flat regular keys. And I got a half moon thing in there. So these things here, and luckily we have some numbers. We could get the key if we really wanted to, and we'd have to probably wait 3 weeks and spend like 30 bucks. And so in order to get this one out of there, if it's in there, so you can't normally pick it with the standard picks because you have to put pressure on the lock itself. And so it's gonna be a little tricky to get a little pressure feeder in there to put a little bit of pressure on it to unlock, and then get in there and pick it at the same time. It's tricky. It probably could be done by somebody. But on these particular ones, basically what you have to do is grind off the front here, or drill this hole out far enough to pull this center piece, that little springy piece, pull that piece out, because you can't drill past it, basically, because that thing just spins when you try and put a drill to it. So, and it's the same way with the other keys. So if you have a standard size key, whatever, flat key, and you're going to have to get pressure inside past this sleeve, right? And so you're going to have to stick your little pressure wrench, or your little tweak wrench, these little Z wrenches. You're going to have to stick it in there somehow, and then you're going to have to try and pick it. Now this one has got the little fingers on the top of it. You can see it'll turn about 1/3 of a way, but that doesn't mean it's going to unlock. It actually has to turn all the way. It has to turn at least one full turn, 1/2 turn all the way. And you know, you might get lucky and then jiggle these keys a little bit, maybe put them halfway in and halfway out, and try and get them to work. But you know, it's like 1 in a million, right? So anyway, yeah, these ones here, they're gonna be tricky. You can't get a tension Z wrench in there very easily, and then also pick at the same time, so it's a little tricky. And there's actually these that are flat, so they're flat inside there. So if you have it inside your coin, your whatever strong box on the top of your washing machine, you can't. It's hard to get a grinder because it's flat. It's flat like this right here. So in order to get a grinder in there, you almost have to grind out part of the strong box around it. So yeah, it's a little tricky. Okay, this is the other kind of key, basically. And they've got several keys. This is the old style stuff, right? This is a flat key, and it's double-sided, right? So it's got tumblers on the top and the bottom. And if you take one of these whatever wedge picks and you try and go in there, you have to put this tweak force on it too, right? So you have to get in there, and then you also have to tweak it. So it's a little tricky, unless you have the tension wrench on it as well, to turn this with this, because this is thin and kind of flimsy. So yeah, here's a smaller angle setup. It'll go in there, and you can move it around, but will that have enough force to turn it? You know, that's a whole nother story. You still have to have the tension pressure on it. So you still have to have your tension wrench in there. And what I've done is I went to one of my local locksmiths, and I got a bunch of his old keys, right? So I took all the old double-sided keys and I ground them down so that they're thinner and they don't have that groove in there, so they'll go in here fairly easily. Let's see if I can do this. So here's one, and it goes in, you know, and you can jiggle it and put the tension on it and see if you can go. Usually this will go clockwise to unlock and counterclockwise to lock. But I mean, if you want to play with these keys all day and try and get it to unlock, you know, if you want to play with this all day, you know, you can do it, you know. But I don't know. I mean, I had these keys made. I mean, I ground all these keys back so that I could get in there and jiggle them. but I don't know if I'm going to spend all day trying to jiggle these keys in here to make it work. What I have done easily enough is you can stick a drill bit through here, and it's got to be, well, you want to widen this out a little bit, or you can take a grinder and then just grind this whole top part off, and you can pull that out of there. I've seen it online. You can go online and watch them. They basically tweak this apart, open it up, then get a drill in there and then drill it in, right? And drill out the lock. And you can see these keys are sort of sophisticated because they've got all these lines on them. And actually this has an inner cut on that inner sleeve right there, which I'm not sure exactly how to deal with. It might be kind of hard to pick because it's got, looks like it's got two sets of pins on this one side. It's got a lower set and then a higher set here. So some of these I haven't been able to pick these. I did get lucky and find, because I've got a bunch of keys. I did get lucky and I found one key that fit it, just, you know, just out of the luck of the draw kind of thing. And then ideally they all have, see, this has got two cuts on it. It's got the bottom cut and it's got the upper cut here. So it could be tricky the way this lock is designed. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of feeling this out. And as long as you can stick a drill in there to drill that nut loose, that lock will come out of there. What I have done is I have bought online. The guy had some on eBay. It's just this interlock cylinder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and change one of these here pretty quick. See if I can do that. Okay, so this is the new lock I got. This one is not going to fit. You see the diameters on the end is different. So, I mean, this part here, I don't think these are too hard to find. As far as a high security one, ESD might be kind of hard to find, but the generic one might fit in there. It has to be that kind of spline bolt so that this can fit in here, this all can fit in there. There's kind of a spline setup on that. So yeah, this little theory didn't work for me, so I don't know if I have another kind of lock I can put in that or not. Oh boy, what a mess. So this little keeper was around the outside of that. I pulled that out. And we got all these. Looks like there's about, what? One. It's got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 10 differentiations in that cylinder, basically. And so those little differentiations went in here. In there. This pin was in here, the center. And yeah, this is going to be for the project box, right? And it can be continued another day. In order to pull this C-clamp off, it was kind of tricky. I had to sharpen a nail up pretty sharp, get in there and dig in there and pull that thing out. I was thinking I might as well just pull all this out and see if I can just kind of like simplify it. Maybe just stick one general key in there. But I have no idea how this thing works. And no one online has had this apart that I've seen. So okay, so I did find a way to basically fix this so that you could just put just about any key with a certain cut on it. Just one cut basically, so that you can open this. This is going to be the paid video section. So So first video is free, second video you have to pay $25 for the hack. And thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.